On to you, Scorpios. You have the Five of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Magician, the Devil, the Empress, Nine of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor. Wow, a lot of major arcana. King of Swords. Okay, a lot of major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 10. So for you Scorpios, right, a lot of major events is happening based upon major arcana. The Five of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Magician. This is really about how a lot of you Scorpios are very much so Five of Wands, Three of Wands, learning how to let go of all the dysfunctional people, pretty much. You're telling them to kick rocks. A lot of you Scorpios are really learning how to become way more perceptive very quickly when it comes to knowing, okay, this person is a flight risk. This person is funny money. Therefore, I gotta dub them. I got to, because there's just way too many problems that are presenting themselves to you that you can see that they're trying to hide for you to just act like you don't notice it. So the Magician now represents, this is how it is that you wield power. This is how it is that you wield said power, right? Correctly. Because now it's not about you putting yourself in a position where you have to get back at somebody else. You're just simply getting out of the way. You're not even dealing with them. So the thing about it is that the Devil and the Empress now is about how, since that's the case, the Devil is ultimately about how you used to feel, right? Trapped. And the Empress represents how it is that you feel now, your existence now. You're in a much better place because now you're the one that actually gets to pay attention to how the person is interacting with you and then stop messing with them based upon that, right? So the Nine of Wands now, the Nine of Pentacles is about, because you realize that a lot of people in the long run, they wouldn't be able to actually handle you as far, not handle, but they wouldn't be a very good fit to be in a relationship with you because of the fact that you Scorpios, you feel things very deeply, right? Even though sometimes a lot of you can be surgical, you feel things very deeply. When you enter into a new experience with somebody else, you feel very strongly for them. And then the thing is that the Lovers, you're not necessarily sure if people can really accept you for who and what you are, but you realize that at some point, somewhere along those lines, right, living your life, the Lovers had to come into play, which means you had to learn to really respect yourself first before anything else. And the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor is about, because if you didn't, what will happen is you will end up making, right, Wheel of Fortune, you'll end up making very bad choices and your own internal compass, right? The guardian angel, what most people call the guardian angel, is our own internal judgment, our own internal decision-making process, right? How it is that we're able to make decisions. That compass, that Wheel of Fortune would be off. It would be broken because we would constantly make terrible decisions. And then the Emperor now is about how, since that's the case, we're really in a position where the Emperor is us, and how it is that we take responsibility and power, right? Because a lot of you Scorpios are able to decide and make very good decisions on, okay, I can't trust this person. This person is on point. I can't trust them. They're wilding out. This is crazy. I can't hang out with them. So the King of Swords now represents you Scorpios also understanding that you have to become more, you have to control your emotions, right? In the sense that, not saying that you can't feel them, but what I am saying is that you have to understand why people are not good for you. Because a lot of times you Scorpios can repress your emotions. That's not what it is that we're trying to do over here. We want you Scorpios to understand why you had to dub the person and leave them alone, right? Had to, you have to dub someone because they're not a good fit. Why are they not a good fit? Because they blame you for everything, or that's just one of many examples. So let's clarify the Empress now. This is one of those readings where you have the Empress and you have the Emperor all in the same reading. So to clarify the Empress, you have the Page of Cups, the World, Five of Cups, and the Three of Cups, which is about how, since this is the case, right, the Page of Cups and the World is about people's delusions of them having to have a problem with you versus how it is that you actually live your life. And you know that in the long run, that's going to create problems, because this whole playing game situation, some people do it because they want to live in a delusional world, and some people do it because they want to take advantage of other people. And you Scorpios are not going to be around for either or. So the Five of Cups and Three of Cups represents the pressure that a lot of you Scorpios really are putting onto others as they are out here really trying to run game in general. And you can just kind of see it, right? Like, even I saw a video earlier today, even the restaurants is trying to run game, because when you out, they're over here, they giving you this tall glass, but they only filling the cup around this high, but then they filling the rest of it with like thick ice, so that when they put it in there, the actual content of the glass, right, the alcohol, right, the glass liquid actually looks like there's more in the cup, in a tall cup. So it's like when you pull it out, the person only had the cup up to here. So it's like, yeah, like everyone's playing games. So when you Scorpios wake up and realize, like, yo, it's not just you, starting with you internally and how to not play games. It's also other people. It's also these restaurants. And that way you'll develop that eye to be able to know, like, okay, if we go to this restaurant is going to give us a little plate of food for our money, and we're not really going to get what our money got. They're not going to give us a run for our money. They're not going to give us our money's full of what it is that we pay for. Let's go over here, right? So let's clarify the Emperor. You have the Two of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Three of Wands, right? And the Chariot. Yeah. And this will have you now be very wise as to how it is that you associate yourself with others and spend your money. The Three of Wands and the Chariot, and if they're even worth you spending your money. Now, I'm not even talking about spending your money on a constant basis, because that's not the type of relationship that you would even want. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Peace.